For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone here with head football coach Adam Dorrel. His team heads to San Antonio on Saturday to take on the University of the Incarnate Word, coming off a 20-10 setback against Stephen F. Austin. The message to your team after the game last Saturday was what?
Refocus, get back to doing the things we're good at. That's playing hard, executing, being good teammates, being unselfish, and just having fun. I don't feel like we did that Saturday. Our players don't feel like that, and it's something that we're going to learn from. I'm really confident in that.
There are times, I don't know if this was the case with your team Saturday, you come off a loss and you get refocused. Sometimes you come off a win, especially with the hype of the Houston Baptist game opening night. Was there a little bit of a hangover, or did you not see that?
You know, I think maybe so, and obviously that's really disappointing for myself as a head coach and our coaches and our players once you look back at it, because, you know, we've been really good about refocusing from day to day, whether we had a good day before or a bad day. And so, you know, it's something that we addressed Sunday night and just said, hey, moving forward, you know, after wins, we got the 24-hour rule. When we leave the complex Sunday night, we're done. We're on to the next week. And so, again, if that was the case, we've addressed that, and hopefully we'll learn from it.
Well, you are on to San Antonio now, and Incarnate Word. You have gotten some amazing play from your safeties this year. Bolu Anafe, the sophomore, and Brandon Richmond, who really missed virtually the entire season last year, went out in Game 3 and didn't come back. Can you speak to the impact they've had this year?
Yeah, they've been super strong for our defense. Their toughness right now is kind of legendary on our team, the way they're hitting people. They're really good in coverage right now, too, but the way they're getting the run fits and the other – oh, by the way, they're both playing great special teams, too. Yeah. But absolutely, those two young men, I think, would by far be the biggest surprise of our team right now.
One of the things that your defensive coordinator, Tremaine Jackson, says is that in his scheme defensively, whereas with some defenses, if the safeties are leading the team in tackles, you'd be concerned because the tackles are happening 10, 15 yards downfield. In his scheme, he wants the safeties leading the team in tackles because he moves them around some. Can you speak to that a little bit?
He does, yeah, absolutely. And our guys are so fundamentally sound on defense, the way they get their run fits, the way the D-line spills it to the linebackers, and the linebackers will spill it to the safeties. He's absolutely right. It's getting those guys. Those guys are doing what they're supposed to do, but they're doing it at a really high level too.
Let's talk about your offense. This feels like a sleeping giant. You've got so many playmakers on this team. You've also faced some pretty good defensive ends the last couple of weeks, including John Franklin, who Stephen F., who a lot of guys in the NFL are looking at. What has been your perception so far through 2 games coaching in the Southland Conference with the talent level?
Yeah, it's obviously very good. It's what you knew it was going to be. Obviously, what has impressed me is just the sheer size of some of these young men, just the way they run, being that big, whether it's a defensive end or a receiver. There's so many receivers in this league that are huge. You look at the Incarnate Word running back this week. I mean, that guy looks like an NFL running back. Yeah. He's so put together and so structured well, but yet he's so elusive and runs really well. But probably just the overall length and girth of these guys and their ability to run with it.
The message to the offense this week, or the plan going into it with a team that has a bunch of playmakers but has struggled a little bit, is what?
1-11 to do your job. We really feel like guys are trying to press and do too much, whether it's the offensive line trying to be too cute with protections, the quarterback getting out of his reads and not staying on his read progression, running backs not getting into their check down route to be there for him. Guys literally, maybe not pressing the gap on run plays that they're supposed to do, not having good dough. It's just guys trying to do too much, and so we're really trying to get guys to focus on don't press and do your job.
Am I way off here in saying that if we get that first olive out of the jar, you get a touchdown early in the game, things could go really well?
Yeah, I think our confidence level right now, and it's, confidence with student athletes is kind of a fragile thing, and so you've got to be a little careful of it. You don't overdo something and make it, you can't score in the red zone. We're trying to focus on all the reasons why we can and will score in the red zone. But I think just having a little bit more consistency in the red zone, getting touchdowns, I think is really going to help us out.
All right, ACU against Incarnate Word down in San Antonio. Kickoff set for 6 p.m. We'll have the radio broadcast pregame show beginning at 5:30.